Hi friends, Liz here. I just finished a 5-minute meditation about fear and uncertainty. And for those of you that have read my recent blog, it was all about that as well, called The Invitation. Like many of you, this time has been very triggering for me with fears and with stability and security and safety and financial stability and family security. All of those things that are getting kind of triggered right now with this first chakra energy, which is why it's a really good time to kind of embody and come back in and really ground down through the physical yoga practice, through reading, through, a cup of hot tea, and just slowing down and kind of coming back into yourself a lot. So I just want to take a moment to kind of talk about some of the stuff that I'd written about in the blog and inspirations for it. One of my favorite books is Anodea Judith's Eastern Body, Western Mind, which really incorporates a lot of these topics that I like to discuss. And so when we get triggered right now by a lot of fears, I even found myself getting triggered. I've had a bunch of my retreats get canceled, right? I'm not going to Spain right now. I just can't. And some other things, and I've had a lot of cancellations with them, and my military work has been canceled, and a lot of financial stability things I started to see kind of creep up, and I was having these reactions in some way. And I noticed that the reactions didn't really meet what was actually taking place. There was a disconnect, and what I mean by that is I have security, right? In some way, like I have some other layers of security, but for some reason, those things would get triggered, and I immediately was like, there's not enough. There's never enough. What am I going to do, right? And so I started noticing this in myself and how I was reacting with people around me, or how I was talking to them, or what it was just bringing up in me. And I started to realize that what I was starting to feel wasn't really a response to what's taking place currently. It was a reaction to a lot of past fear and a lot of past trauma and a lot of things that maybe even aren't even from my own life, but through my family and passed down, that I've inherited, traumas that they've been through, as immigrants coming over to a country where they had nothing. So I started to kind of slow down and take a look at what I'm feeling right now, day to day. If I can step back and be like, okay, maybe this isn't all due just to coronavirus, right? Or to whatever it is in your life right now that might be getting triggered or drawing up. Maybe it has to do with not just what's happening today, but with a habit pattern of my past, fears I've learned to kind of incorporate that now are getting kind of reactivated exponentially on top of what's currently happening. So we end up kind of compounding the fears that we've been carrying for a long time. So I just wanted to pause, and that's why I wrote that blog, The Invitation. I just did meditation with it too, just to kind of say, like, as I've been exploring this myself, this literal invitation from the universe right now to dig up all the crap that I thought I had already moved through and gotten past and processed and grown out of. And it's getting brought back up again. And it's this invitation for me to look at it again and be like, is that real? Is it not real? Is that true? Is it not true? Where did I get this from? Why do I still hold on to this? What is it that I'm truly afraid of? Because underneath all of this, the base, the first chakra, each of them kind of have like a shadow energy, if you want to call it, or as Anodea calls it, a demon. No, it's not that kind of demon, because it actually is a gift in itself too. A shadow energy is a gift, but the demon, or the what's being triggered by this first chakra, the shadow energy, is fear. Everything comes down to fear, just basic like Maslow rights of like survival. So these shadows that we're facing right now, these things that are coming up in our lives, the shadow energy for me about, I'll be very honest, financial stability right now with everything just getting canceled and going away, is an opportunity. Our shadow is really the gift that we can start to look at to better heal ourselves and process those things that we thought we had taken care of or thought we had worked through, but are really just kind of shoved or stuck or somewhere else hidden, right, in our bodies. And that's why we get on our yoga mats too, right, to move the energy, to see what comes up, so we can be like, oh, there it is again. It's popping up for me again. I can look at it. So that's the invitation. That's kind of what the blog's about. Short little 5 to 10 minute meditation to go with it. And I hope this finds you all well. I wish you all nothing but the invitation to use this time to go inward. So I love you. Namaste. See you soon.